Hello and welcome to my channel. So I'm going to be comparing 4 subscription boxes for the month of February 2022. And full disclosure, I did not get Paletteful packs because there was an issue with my credit card and the website, and it became such a mess. I ended up not getting this month's, but I will be having sort of stand-ins for Paletteful packs. And then I did get the other 3, and just to let you know, I look at the curation of the boxes. I look at the items in the box with their quality, as well as I look at the price points, because honestly, if you're on a budget, which might not seem like I'm on a budget, but I actually am on a budget, sometimes those price comparisons are pretty important. So let's get started with the first one. So the first one that arrived is SketchBox, and I personally loved this sticker and how bright it is. So in that one, we got a template ruler thing. Then we also got vellum paper, which was covered. The cover is orange. The paper is not orange. Then we got this Pilot Parallel pen, which there were some negatives to it, but we'll get to that in a second. Oops. Then we got mixable color parallel pen ink, a mechanical pencil, this awesome eraser, which again is awesome, and I really loved it. And the last thing was mechanical pencil lead. Now, to start off, I'm just going to say this. Something happened and my last clip got deleted. That's why the ink is in this. So I am obsessed with these little containers. They are all over the studio. I love that they are stackable. So I have in drawers like certain things like my pencils or something else, and I just can stack them on top of each other. And they come in a bunch of sizes. I've recently been getting bigger ones too, but it actually works really nicely for all the ink, which I have quite a lot, because after I started this video, I went out and I bought more and ended up getting an extra one of the 6mm just because it was cheaper than trying to get them individually and not get this one. So yeah, it's safe to say that I really enjoyed using it, and also at the time that was the only way my brain could reconcile in keeping the inks after opening them, because they had the solution of, here, let me get these out again. They had the solution that after you use it, you could put tape over it, but I mean, that is such a little area for tape to stick to. I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't have trusted normal tape. I would have liked some old lab stuff that we used to seal in petri dishes. That I would have trusted, but just tape, no. I'm not going to trust that. So that was a major part of the box that I thought was not the best. Another issue, and sort of deals with the prices, was this ruler. So I'll explain that when I get to it. But the artwork I created was this little bat clutching onto a mango, and I honestly thought it was just such a fun thing to use the colored pencil lead in such a way and do a colored pencil drawing. I'm not the best with sketching, so for me it was fun that I was able to have the option of trying to work on sketching with some things as well as doing this. I mean, I am excited to try to do some sketching with this. And it's going to be hard, but I'm going to try my best to do it. And honestly, I think it was really cool having these different leads, but the issue I was having was getting them out, because normal mechanical pencil, you can put the lead in through here and then you click it for what seems like a century and eventually it'll come out. This was already loaded. I have a purple in here still from when I was working on the face. But the thing is, it's so frustrating. So a secondary way is you can pull it out like this, as well as you can feed it in that way. That way works very well, except it's more likely to break on you. So that is just something where you have to be aware of. I know when I was looking up more of this lead, I found different varieties of the lead, as well as I found other brands had colored lead mechanical pencils and had a separate pencil for each one, but it was also a cheaper type of pencil than this. So having a decent pencil, yeah, that's nice. But having to switch out the lights that's an issue. Anyway, so if we go to the numbers, and I'll explain this when we do that. SketchBox Premium with shipping is $40. SketchBox valued this box at $47.20. When I calculated it, it was $47.25. So the reason I was pointing to this, they valued this around $10. When I tried looking at it, so they valued it at $10.95. I found it at $15.24 in one place on Amazon. I couldn't find it anywhere else, and so being $15.24, it ended up bringing up the price of everything, even when there was a couple things that were cheaper. I mean, only reason I got these so many was instead of being the $10 SketchBox said they were, I found them just for one for anywhere from $8.77 to $10, and when I got a bunch of them, it was more around $6. So when you look at that type of thing, it's sort of frustrating. I mean, yeah, you can get this lead, you can get this in these mixed ones, you can get it each individual color. These are very readily available, and for the same price that SketchBox had done them. These erasers, I'm having a hard time finding more of these because I think it would be awesome to have a couple more colors. Why? Because I love erasers and have not finished one yet, but I still want more. The buying issue of art supplies started long before my YouTube channel started. Started probably when I was in kindergarten. So overall, did I think this box was worth the value? Yes. Would I have preferred maybe another one of these in the box instead of the ruler? I think it would have made it even better. Did I love the fact that we got a sketching box without it being just black and white and graphite? Yes, I 100% loved that about this box. It was definitely my highlight of the box, being that I could have a sketching box without it just being graphite, because I love color and I can do black and white, but my preference is to do things colorful. I mean, I have a story that you will hear in my video probably next week that involves how even when I try to paint something that is of dark subject matter, my brain likes to still paint it in vibrant colors. So for me, this box was absolutely amazing to have sketching stuff, but not be just black and white. I mean, yeah, I used the black to make all the colors pop because these are so bright. All right, let's move on to the next one. The second one was ArtSnacks. Now this one, there wasn't a ton in the box. There were 2 watercolor tubes, a Zebra Sensations marker, a brush, and then if you got the premium box like I did, you got this artboard which says you can hang right on the wall after you seal it for watercolors. So does it give us a way to seal it? Nope. So sealing is a mystery. And then for the other thing, for the premium box, we got bat paper. So the reason I'm calling it bat paper is because the main pollinators of agave are bats. And so any agave products, you have to thank bats for, because without the bats, we wouldn't have the agave. So yeah, bat paper, awesome. So yeah, for premium, you got 2 surfaces. I really liked one. I wish we could have gone other colors or something more. I do appreciate that they did not do more fine liners. I mean, technically they did, but this is different than giving a set of fine liners for the premium. That just gets annoying. And then for the artwork, because we had bat paper, I did a bat, which I sometimes hold upside down. It was just a saying, support pollinators. And by liking the paper, you're supporting pollinators. So yeah, I thought it was a decent box. Again, besides getting agave paper, I think I would have been, I don't know if I would have been happier with the basics box, just because of price point and having to pay for shipping and all that stuff. I didn't calculate that, but I think I was a little bit close. As for the numbers, oops, I need to scroll back to it. ArtSnacks Premium with shipping is $48.99. ArtSnacks valued this at $58.83. The value I calculated was $49.65. So I didn't lose money by buying this, which I appreciate, but I also did not like the fact that there were two surfaces. I mean, if you would have given me two sizes of this, because this is a art block, which I am liking art blocks more and more, but on a whole, I use smaller pieces of paper more often. So if they would have done two sizes of the art blocks, for me, that would have been a lot better. Or if they did one and then did an extra color, that would have been really cool. My other negative was these are different. So I think I got an old tube and a new tube. That is what really annoyed me with ArtSnacks this month, was the fact that I got an old tube and a new tube. I can't tell which is which because I've never gotten the koi before. I did appreciate being able to try them. This Zebra Sensationals, I thought it was pretty cool. It does remind me of a Tombow flexible liner that I have from another box, but it's still pretty cool. But again, one looks old and one looks new. And I think it was the deep yellow that was old, because when I originally poured it out, there was a film that was coming out of it, so, and it looks separated. So yeah, anyone who sort of thinks that ArtSnacks goes into a warehouse and grabs things at random, the fact that I got a new one and an old one, that might be supporting that suspicion. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Our next one, all the way from across the pond, is ScrawlrBox. So in ScrawlrBox, we got a Faber-Castell sketching pencil. We got a Pigma Micron pen in 12, which I love because of how bold it is. I mean, if I'm going to put an outline, I love how bold it is, and honestly, the bolder ones sort of hide if you are not the smoothest at doing outlines, which I'm not. And then we got these Karen Deco brush pens, and we got this paint on mixed media paper. So overall, I thought it was pretty cool. With the, I think it was Creature Comforts was the theme. So this was what the artist did. And then trying to go with Creature Comforts, I used a picture of my dog for reference, and this is what I came up with. I honestly thought this was a really good challenge for me. I loved doing this. The one thing that was sort of frustrating was when I did this whole thing in yellow first, and it felt like the yellow was almost trying out even though it's brand new. There was no issue with cap beforehand, but I've heard people say good things about these, and all of these were okay, so it might have just been a fluky thing of the yellow. When I shook it, it did come out better. So I thought this was a really neat box, and I did love that it was something of a color palette that it was very autumn fall type palette, but for me in winter that is just awesome because I love that type of palette, and having that type of palette just brightened my day when we had issues with snow again. As for the numbers, this is a little bit sad because ScrawlrBox with shipping is £23 and 93 pence. When you convert that to US dollars, when I bought the box, key thing, when I bought the box, is $33.30. Conversion rates are constantly changing, so sort of makes it hard. I go with when I purchased it for the subscription just because that's what I paid. So the value that ScrawlrBox says it was is £23 and 98 pence, which if that is pretty comparable with what I paid plus shipping. And if you live in the UK and you don't have to pay for shipping, it's an awesome deal. Now, when I looked at everything and I converted it, so the value should have been $32.50. With what is available to me in the US, it was $28.04. And I really had to think, okay, that's about $4.46. For me, you get a zine with tips and extra stuff. There's a lot of effort that goes into doing all this stuff, as well as having this really cool artwork. If you are getting ScrawlrBox just to get a deal on art supplies, you need to live in the UK. If you want something that is consistently very well curated, at least for how long I've been getting it, very consistently well curated, and you want to try different art supplies that you might not be able to get in the US, which sometimes happens, like this paper we've gotten before in a blue, and I am struggling to find it again. So if you want to try different supplies from in Europe, ScrawlrBox is really awesome for that. I mean, I know I grew up with Faber-Castell being one of my favorite brands because somehow a set of pencils traveled back with one of my family members after visiting family in Germany and absolutely loved it. So yeah, for all those reasons, I think ScrawlrBox is really good. You just have to understand that you might not get the best deal on the supplies all the time, but the curation value is really high on the box. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so for Paletteful packs, I didn't get the box because of that confusion, but I have some stand-ins and I'll be saying what the real things were. So the first thing were Marabou Graphics Metallic and Pearlescent Aqua inks. So I was looking for them online. They are not released yet. So if you got the Paletteful packs, you got brand new products that have not been released at all. And if you got the premium pack, you got 9 of them. And just for a show how many that is, I know you can count to 9, but sometimes a visual helps. This is only 7 because I only have 7 aqua inks. So 2 more. And that's how many you got in this. So that was a lot. And for something that's not even out yet is pretty awesome. Then you got a metallic brush pen. So this is a stand-in. I don't have the type that they had. They also had a liner, a brush, And then they had some paper. And the paper was specifically Marabou Graphics Aqua paper. Now for the subscription and the shipping is $40 for Paletteful packs. Paletteful packs calculated value is $67.83. When I tallied everything up, it was $62.49. If you're looking on just value alone, this is a grand slam. If you're looking at the fact that you got the aqua inks that have not been released yet, it is a grand slam. Like, it was insane when I watched another person's unboxing and I saw all this stuff, and I thought it was absolutely awesome. I was a little bit jealous, but then I also have a large amount of shimmer watercolors from an Etsy shop called Shimmer Watercolor, and I've been getting so many of those lately that I just said, I'm good for right now. If they list the box later, I might get it, I might not. But I mean, when I already have a bunch of other metallic and shiny watercolors, it's a toss-up. I think for me, it would have been really awesome to get, but again, I just got it in the mail about the same week I would have gotten Paletteful packs. That being said, if you got Paletteful packs, I think that value was incredible, and I really hope you enjoyed it because it looked like an amazing box. All right, let's go on to my favorite items in each box and which one I thought won this month. All right, so in fourth place, I have ArtSnacks. And the winner, if you haven't guessed it, was the bat paper. I thought it was awesome to have this paper and to try something so new. I thought it was absolutely amazing, and I already found where I can get smaller watercolor blocks on Blick, so I can get a bunch of them and do like small little ones and do that type of stuff. So yeah, I thought that was really awesome to have, especially being a block is really cool. I don't have to worry about doing any of the taping. I like the taping and I don't like the taping at the same time. So that's really awesome. My third place, this is actually where it got tough, and honestly, it ended up being ScrawlrBox. And when I say tough, I mean, I still hadn't decided when I hit record, and I literally just decided. And of course, my favorite were the pens. I do want to see more what they can do, because I know some people have been saying that they're better than Posca pens. I'm not entirely sure yet, because I know Posca pens I can use on rough surfaces, whereas these say should not be used on rough surfaces, so I'm still on the fence if I say they're better. I just think they're different. So that was a really hard choice there. Number 2 is going to be probably surprising as well. It is SketchBox. And I couldn't decide because I've really been wanting to use a calligraphy pen and trying to do some art stuff with that. And then also the colored lead. It was soft, but I loved how bright and vibrant I could get everything. I loved that it was a sketching box without just being black and white, which for me is really important because in my spare time, all of my art pieces are super colorful, and that's just what my brain likes and how my brain works. I'm drawn more to the color and doing things very bright. Even if I think I tried to represent an anxiety attack one time, and it was a mess of color, but I mean, it was bright, but then when you actually learned what it was representing, you're like, oh, this is sort of dark subject matter, but you still do bright. That's just my brain. So having colorful sketching really works. And if you want to hear more about the anxiety attack and going into painting and stuff, there's going to be a video hopefully next weekend in which I'll go over that. So keep an eye out for that. And then top one was Paletteful packs. Oddly, the one box I did not get I thought was the best, and that was just because you got to try something that is not even available anywhere else. And to me, that puts Paletteful packs very high. Just being able to be exposed to something so brand new. I mean, I could not find it at all. So, yeah, I think Paletteful packs is one, and okay, it's staying. Feel free to leave a comment if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, let me know. And yeah, keep an eye out for some future videos. Like, there's going to be a holiday video for the holiday in February. And then again, I'm going to be doing a mental health and art video that will be coming out next week, in which I'm going to be exploring different art supplies and seeing what works best for me. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.